Morning, everyone. So I'm on the way to work and I just want to share with you something that actually happened yesterday when I got into work. Okay, by the way, I tried to upload this video, or I tried to record this video. Like, this is my second time trying to make this video. So something does not want me to make this video, but I'm still gonna make this video. So basically, I went into work yesterday and my boss, she actually, like, you know, before we start like our day, she starts talking to me and she's like, you know, we have a coworker. She's like, you know, our coworker has been going through such a hard time. And I'm like, what's been going on, you know? And she said, yeah, she's been in the hospital with her 2-year-old for like 15 days. I'm like, what? So then she begins to tell me this story about my coworker, that basically the little girl, the baby, got sick and they brought her to the hospital because she was really sick. And basically the hospital initially thought that it was RSV. So of course they started treating her. Suddenly her sickness turned full-blown pneumonia. This is a 2-year-old child, by the way. Her sickness turned into pneumonia, right? Upon further testing, they realized it's not RSV. And yes, it is pneumonia, but it's all caused from mold, black mold. And on top of that, I just pulled over so I can get myself some lunch for the day. I got myself one of those, you know, those little hot spicy bowls, soups, and like a Funyun chips. Anyway, back to the story. On top of finding out that there's black mold in the house that she's staying, which she's living with her mom. So her mom's house has mold, black mold at that. That's making everybody sick in the house, especially the baby. What was really shocking to me was when the hospital was, you know, letting her know all the findings, they also told her on top of that, you can't return to that home. It's dangerous. It's causing the baby to get sick. You cannot live in that house. It's child-like endangerment. They basically told her she cannot go back home. So now essentially my coworker is homeless. And she decided to move herself into a hotel. Mind you, just think about the cost of hotels per night, right? So she's in a hotel since maybe like, I think it's been like 3 or 4 days now. So my boss hears about this because she finally, you know, calls up, you know, my boss and lets my boss know what's been going on with the child and her situation. So my boss is like, oh my God, there has to be like a discount that the hotel can give you to stay there. This is an emergency situation. The hospital let you go without, you know, giving you any kind of resource or anything to help you. Even with the mole, her mom can't afford to take out the mole out of her house. So my boss actually, she said she called up the hotel that she was staying in and she explained a little bit about my coworker's situation to her, to the boss at the hotel that she was staying. And they were like, we can only like remove about $15 a day, but it's still gonna be like $5,000 a month for her to stay here. That's all we can do. And I'm just like, my God, like, this is an emergency situation and these people do not care to help anybody. They're just like, I don't know, I just feel so hurt by the whole situation for my coworker. I feel so sorry. And, you know, just the fact that now she's displaced and she has a child. So upon hearing this, my reaction, as you can see, I'm very like distraught. It bothers me so much. I'm an empath, and when you tell me things, I deeply feel things. Like, I almost wished my boss didn't tell me that yesterday morning. And even just now talking about it, it hurts me so much. But I'm like reflecting and I'm like, why does this situation hurt me so much? It hurts me because my heart was open. When I heard the situation, I wanted to dig in my pockets and like help my coworker and like, you know, get some funds together and get her into a place that's safe for her and her baby. But I realized at that moment, I'm not in the position to help her. Not yet. And I think that's what really hurt me. The fact that I'm not in the position that I can help this woman, that I can't help my coworker, you know? And upon just hearing this, it breaks my heart. But I realized, you know, I never felt so strongly about something in my whole life, but this is making me realize, like, this is my why. This is why I have to keep pushing with YouTube. This is why I have to keep pushing with my business. This is why, like, all of my side hustles, any idea that I have, I need to just keep pushing because I have a why and it's very strong and I feel very passionate about it. My goal is to become successful to ultimately help others, not just benefit my family or benefit myself, but I want to become a blessing for other people, a blessing that, you know, that when, you know, people actually are in need, that I'm able to help them in some way or another. Of course, with my coworker, I did what I could do to help her. I researched some places that offer financing when it comes to mold removal in the house for her mom. And I also referred her to like some social services department programs that we have here in New York that I had knew about. Actually, I have a very good friend that, like, if I tell her, hey, do you know anything about this? My friend will get on the Google, she'll get in the resources and she'll search it. She actually found, you know, a program that could help my coworker. So through my friend, thankfully, I sent it over to my coworker and my coworker was very grateful. But I just realized, like, I wish that I could do so much more for her. I wish that I could help her so much more than what I could do. You know, I kept thinking, like, man, if I had already been successful, let me list a few things that I could have possibly done. I could have had multi-properties already, you know, in real estate. I could have had multi-properties that one of them could have been empty and I could have just put her up until she gets on her feet in one of my properties. I could have, you know, given her a grant, you know what I mean? Like, I could have given her a grant or something to get her in a place to take care of herself. I could have been in a different place to just assist her. She's a woman, she's a mom, she has a baby. Like, my heart, I'm telling you, that when my boss told me that, I was almost in tears because of her situation and me feeling so sorry for what she has to go through, what she's been going through by herself, and then also feeling sorry that I could not help her more. So this heartbreak that I felt, I'm gonna turn this into fuel. I'm gonna turn this into fuel to really push hard. Every time a YouTube video idea comes in my mind, lazy, and I decide, oh, I'm too tired, that, or I could have already been successful. I could have already, you know, been making a side hustle with different things that I'm doing. I'm gonna push in my business whenever I don't want to show up in my business or anything like that, or show up for myself. I'm gonna push myself to go forward, to move forward. Because actually, this mission that I have is very important, you know? And yeah, I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about this. I mean, I know that the people that are following my channel, you guys have goals too. So if you want to share some goals, put down in the comments area your goals, why you're doing this. Why is this important to you? Put down in the box. Let's all talk about it because we can inspire each other. I wanted to just come on here and just give my raw feeling about this situation, what happened yesterday. Now I'm on my way to work. I think I'm gonna see my coworker today. I don't know if she's coming in today, but it's possible that I'll see her. But I think when I see her, I'm just gonna give her like the biggest hug. I wish that there was more that I could do for her. But from this situation, I did get and understand how passionately I feel about, you know, what I'm doing,